Obviously, this is not my normal setup. I am on the road, but I did have some time today, so I wanted to talk about the fight last night between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Unfortunately, Mike Tyson did lose by decision, but I am glad there were no knockouts, at least on Jake's part. Overall, the fight was very disappointing on several fronts, so let's talk about it. And before I even start, let me just preface this by saying the only influencer boxing match worse than this one was probably the Dylan Dennis versus Logan Paul special, where Dylan just refused to throw a punch. He made the whole thing kind of a joke. And in the meantime, Logan Paul...
I mean, you can't blame Mike Tyson, though, bro. Jake Paul definitely went to him and was like, yo, come, let's have this fight. We're going to gas it up. And then when it comes to it, we just go easy on each other, fam. We both get paid. They finessed Netflix. Jake Paul finessed Netflix, bro. They done that, bro. He done his thing. They got the bread. They got the bread and they was chilling, fam. No one even got hurt, bro. They was just tapping each other, fam.
Could literally not knock out an immobile target who was not moving. I mean, the guy was just standing there taking blow after blow, pause, and Logan just could not get the job done. Now let's talk about a couple of things that happened before the fight. At the final weigh-in, Mike does come out, junk out and all, and he ends up actually slapping up Jake Paul after he stepped on his foot.
Slapped him harder than he did in the fight, fam. I'm telling you, fam, like, them niggas trying to get paid, fam.
A lot of people thought this was a purposeful tactic by Jake. Some people were saying it was set up. Some people felt
I think that was an accident, man.
Kind of crawls up on all fours like a gorilla. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Mike looks pretty genuinely pissed right there. This is what Jake would say after getting slapped.
I didn't even feel it. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the fuck out. I'm f***ing him up, Burial. I'm f***ing him up. He hits like a It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
Yeah, this nigga's selling the fight. He's doing his thing, though. He's doing his thing. Like, bro, you can't blame him, fam.
To develop CTE, or if that's just the steroids raging through his body. But Mike Tyson would indeed not die in that ring. Here's what Jake's mom would say after she saw her little boy get slapped.
I'm gonna kill Mike Tyson for you. Fucking little bitch.
You slap harder than him.
He's like, remember all those times you abused me, Mom? Then Jake started talking really crazy before the fight, saying, I believe I could beat Mike Tyson during any phase of any part of his career.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, mate. I don't know about that one, fam. Mike Tyson would have fucking slapped him around like this, fam. Yeah, bro. He would have fucked him up, bro. Yeah. That would have been Jake Paul's face, bro. I'm telling you now, fam. He would have been laying there on the canvas like, fuck. This guy's a demon.
The musician or popular movie star wanted to box Mike. You know how much back then that absolute killer would have loved to just fuck someone like this up? He probably would have done the shit for free. Before the fight, Mike even had his
What's your prediction?
Why you gotta show this in the video, bro? I don't want to see this shit again, bro. Nah, I'm skipping it, bro. I'm not seeing that. I blocked it out. I don't want to see that again, bro.
It's going to be Netflix's biggest live sports event to date, but the streamer tells us everyone from IT to production has put their all into preparation and will be ready to combat any and all technical issues that may arise.
Yeah,
Netflix.
Netflix.
Like 500 million people watching this fight at once.
Yeah.
I guess I should say they were trying to watch it because they were just staring at a buffering screen.
That was awful, fam. I can't lie. Oh, what the fuck? I can't lie. I need to go back to this video.
Yeah, this hotel.
Bro. Netflix, bro. Don't do that again, fam. Man, I had to go to the other place to watch my thing, fam. Like, I can't lie. Netflix was so dead, it wasn't even loading on my TV, fam.
Last night trying to watch the fight with like a little crowd of people, and this motherfucker was back there trying to load up Stream East on the side. Okay, he had a laptop. I mean, this is how sad it got, guys. At one time, Antonio Brown was streaming the video on Twitter, and you had 6.6 million concurrent viewers watching. Keep in mind, this is a view from the actual stadium. You know, there at AT&T, they got the big old Jumbotron, so someone just set up a phone there, and he collected all those Twitter shekels. I mean, the fact that one man's phone could handle a 6.6 million viewer live stream, but Netflix was apparently totally unprepared for this traffic. It's just hilarious. This is the first time this has happened for Netflix when they've tried to put on a live event. People anticipated they might even buy Netflix just to view this one event, and then the shit doesn't even work. When it comes to actual boxing, it was a snooze fest. Mike's legs got wobbly around the third round. I think he was pretty gassed. And at the end, it really just seemed like Jake, just out of pure respect, was not going to knock this man out. He was kind of just giving him jabs, kind of securing the win. I think Mike only threw like 85 punches total or something like that, and very few of them connected, this being one of them. And I'm not really seeing that much power behind that punch at all.
Bro, he was not trying, fam. I'm telling you now.
Unfazed. I wish so bad that someone would just sleep this guy. He keeps calling out Canelo. Listen, Canelo, I know you're like a charity man. I know you like to do things for the local community. I mean, you could put some serious philanthropy on your resume by knocking this motherfucker out. And this is how you know this shit was so fake. At the end of the fight, you know, Jake was bowing down to him for about 10 seconds there. And I wish
that was cringe.
Taking this moment right here
and just
teed off on his head, like when you're in the ball's just sitting there. All you gotta do is swing. And you know, Mike looks like he kind of thought about it.
Tyson.
But instead he sticks out the hand. Okay, we're looking at a new era of Mike Tyson. And sadly, you know, when
I mean, he's fucking 60, bro.
Pretty good. It did appear that he was training really hard for this fight for close to over a year. But sadly, guys, Father Time ends up coming for absolutely everyone. This man is almost 60 years old at this point.
Yeah,
and he
man.
really just could not last. His best chance was just to go like all out for the first probably 2 or 3 rounds and just totally gas himself out and maybe try and get the knockout. But
I mean,
it just wasn't happening, and it was.
You think he was holding himself back though by biting his gloves?
Here, Jake Paul praises Mike. He says he's the GOAT.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson. It's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend.
Man, Logan Paul is so cringe as well, fam. Don't show what he said, bro. I don't even want to hear it again.
So it was really tough, like I expected it to be.
So there, Jake's just showing some respect. After the fight, you obviously got Logan standing around in the background to get his airtime. You know he always tries to make these situations about himself.
Yeah,
and
bro, he's a
weirdo,
man.
Logan, this is what Logan says.
Logan, I think he said you might be next. Oh, fuck, I'll kill you, Mike.
Now, I won't lie. I think even like a 60-year-old Mike Tyson might beat up on Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I thought I want to reopen Pandora's box here, guys, but this guy couldn't even knock out Dylan Dennis when he was moving. You know, when it comes to Jake, at least he has all those knockouts on his resume. It might not be the most impressive fighters. But for
That's
Logan,
true.
It's like, bro, you never even won.
I think Jake Paul is slapping up Logan, fam.
Man, whooped your ass multiple times. After the fight, Tank Davis would post this on Instagram where he says, "To the bozo that shared the ring with Mike, you a whole bozo for this, and you didn't get the job done, shithead." Here, Jake would confirm to a reporter that he was apparently taking it easy on Mike once he saw those legs get a little bit wobbly.
At any point, did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
I mean, yeah, honestly, last night, if he would have just, like, brutally knocked out Mike Tyson, I mean, he might have gone down in history as the biggest douche of all time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, in the running for that, but...
Did you feel Mike's power at all?
No.
He hit you with one, and you gave him the tongue.
But it didn't actually hurt. No one's punches have, like, really hurt. I got buzzed a little bit against Tommy Fury, but that's about it.
This was early in the fight. People were saying, oh, Mike still got it in him.
This jab right there that really knocked Jake back.
I don't know how Jake claims that this punch cannot have affected him. That's that power we wanted to see. Ooh. Other people
That was
were
live,
saying, no,
fam.
this fight had to be rigged. This is nothing like what Mike looked during his sparring sessions, his training footage.
Trust me. Bro, he didn't try this one time, fam. He did not try this once.
I mean, obviously, there's a big difference between going through practice and going into the actual game. I'm sure other people out there who have played sports, not even boxing, but really like anything else, have known guys who were cold as fuck in practice, but when it came down to the game, they were cheeks. And then after the fight, they apparently asked him if Canelo would be his next fight, and Jake says, I don't need Canelo, he needs me. And I do think that Jake will continue to fight undersized guys who are like way out of their prime or just from a whole different sport. Like, look at the opponents he's had. He beat retired NBA player Nate Robinson 40. Okay, that's his first fight, you know. People just wanted to see what he could do. They were impressed with the knockout. Beat retired MMA fighter Ben Askren. He was 40. Obviously, that guy was known for being an elite grappler, was never known for his boxing. Beat retired MMA fighter Tyron Woodley, 42. Now, Tyron was known for striking in his UFC career, but obviously, like, the striking in UFC, does it always translate well to boxing? probably not. Then he goes in there and beats Anderson Silva, who was already 49 years old. People thought that that was crazy. They thought that that was like way too past his prime to fight. And then he obviously loses to the only boxer who was even close to his age, Tommy Fury, and also the only person who was really like a professional boxer. Semi-retired MMA fighter Nate Diaz.
That is actually mad. He only fired one proper boxer and he got smoked.
And then he beat up on Mike Tyson last night.
You know why this is fucked as well? You see, all these Jake Paul fights, I put one bet on, yeah? And I bet on Jake Paul. And which one do you fucking think it was, fam? The one where he lost. Fucking pussy.
58 years old. You know, guys, I really thought that Mike could maybe turn back the clock for this one. I thought that he would look a little bit better than he did, but he did end up looking like an old man out there, and it was very sad to see. Like, I don't know, it felt like elderly abuse or something. It was just sad. And at the end of the day, you do have to give some credit to Jake. I mean, the guy is an expert at marketing. He's an expert at making money and putting on these events.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
yo, he's bought his bread, fam. He gets his bread in.
Which is just fucking insane. But yeah, I hope someone puts an end to his little social experiment that he's been doing for the last couple of years soon. But I don't know if he'll ever put himself in that sort of compromising position, because without boxing, and once he, you know, actually gets knocked out by somebody, I don't know how much he really has left in the tank. Like, I don't really see this guy going back to being an influencer or anything like that, going back to Disney. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts down below. I do want to.
He probably don't even need to. I mean, he can make his bread off the bread he's got. Alright, man. If you like that video, leave a like, man. Subscribe.